A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Shahin Jirampati. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Inter-monsoon weather patterns activate. Heavy showers reported from across the island. One killed in an earth slip in Nawalapitia. Chief Minister and 19 councillors of the Uva province sworn in. Certified price for fish to be in effect for a period of 1 month. Karnataka High Court takes up the appeal filed by Jayalalitha Jairam. Now for those stories in detail. Shashida Rajapaksa took oaths as Chief Minister of the Uva province before President Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Presidential Secretariat this morning. The presidential media unit said that 19 councillors elected to the council from the UPFA were also sworn in at the occasion. The presidential unit went on to say that the Ministers of the Uva Provincial Council will take oaths in a further date. Well, it has been reported that one person was killed after falling into a culvert filled with rainwater in Imadua Gaol. In addition, one person has been killed after an earth embankment collapse in Nawalapitia. The Disaster Management Centre said that 2 others who were injured in the incident have been hospitalized. According to the Disaster Management Centre, this tragic incident took place when the individuals were excavating in the area. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology says that inter-monsoon conditions are prevailing over the island. The duty meteorologist speaking in the Newsfirst said that thunder showers can be experienced during the afternoon and evening in the central province over the next few days.
Well, now Sri Lanka is in the second intermonsoonal period. During the intermonsoonal period, the normal weather pattern is, well, we have fairly rainless mornings, and in the afternoons, due to convection, thunderstorms develop and bringing rain in the afternoon and early part of the evening. So during the last week, almost all parts of Sri Lanka have received a fairly significant amount of rainfall. For example, places like Anuradhapura has received a rainfall of about 100 millimeters plus during the last week. So we are expecting this spell of rain to continue for the next few days as well, and therefore we are expecting thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon and evening over most parts of the country. Another important thing which I wanted to say here is, during the thunderstorms we are expecting people to stay away from open areas because of the lightning hazard.
10 houses in the Ruanpura village that comes under the purview of the Ambagamo Pradesh Sabha in Hatton were damaged after lightning strikes yesterday. No casualties were reported as no one was inside the houses at the time of the lightning strike. However, many electrical appliances were damaged. According to our correspondent, many areas in Gaul, including Dangedra, Kahanduwatta, Julgaha, Beligaha, Pilana and Vangshavala were inundated as a result of the continuous rainfall received in the area since this morning. The Gaul, Mapalagama, Badegama and Akurasa main roads as well as many by roads were inundated, also hampering traffic in those areas. Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Centre, Pradeep Kodipli, said that over 20 houses in Gaul were inundated. He, however, added that the water in those areas are receding. Our correspondent based in Mathura reports that over 50 houses in the Mathura town alone have been inundated as a result of the heavy rainfall experienced in the south of the country. He added that houses in Totamuna and Pamburana in Mathura along with several other roads have been inundated. He went on to say that a line of houses in close proximity to the Mathura railway station are also flooded. He further said that the floodwater in many areas are receding. Meanwhile, the Department of Irrigation adds that harvesting for the Maha season is yet to commence. Director of Water Management at the Department of Irrigation, Janaki Meghastana, speaking in the Newsfirst, said that the water levels of irrigation reservoirs need to reach 30% of its capacity to commence harvesting. She added that the water levels at irrigation reservoirs that come under the purview of the Department of Irrigation stand at 12%. She went on to say that a lesser rainfall was received than what was forecast by the Department of Meteorology. The Director of Water Management at the Department of Irrigation, Janaki Meghastana, added a date to commence harvesting for the Yala season will be finalized by the end of the first week of October. Minister of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development Rajitha Senaratne says that a stipulated price for fish will be issued over the next month. The minister said that 14 varieties of fish have been identified for the stipulated pricing. Minister Senaratne said that a price formula is being prepared for establishing the stipulated price and that discussions in this regard are underway with representatives of fisheries unions and other relevant parties. The Minister of Fisheries added that once the stipulated price is announced, fishermen will receive the benefit of selling their catch to the Fisheries Corporation at the stipulated price even when the prices of fish drop. A workshop organized by Newsfirst aiming to enhance the media literacy of the students in the country is currently underway at the Samudra Deviya Balika Vidyalaya in Nogegoda. This is incidentally the 152nd workshop organized by Newsfirst, and a large number of students from Samudra Devi Balika Vidyalaya are taking part in it. The students are being briefed on the practical and theoretical aspects of compiling news and also news reporting. Minister of Transport Kumara Welgama commented on the Sri Lanka Transport Board at an event held in Maligapitiya, Kurunayagala yesterday.
This event was organized to provide 72 new buses to 12 bus depots that come under the purview of the SLTB in the northwestern province. The Chief Minister of the province and ministers were among those who were present for the event.
We can make them happy by simply saying that they will at least receive half of their wages. If not, their wives will call me. But that is not what happens. They plead with me. After 12,800 rupees is deposited, I receive a phone call that a part of it was deducted. We do not receive the correct income from these buses that are in operation. That needs to be said. The salary of a bus conductor is 35,000 rupees. A driver receives a sum of between 35,000 to 40,000 rupees. Yet, even today they skim money. That is why we call to a stop to this. If not, I will be the one who will have to pay for all of it. Some are expecting promotions. Say the truth. Do not be afraid. I will give our people promotions. Therefore, work for the elections without any fear. I will take care of you. 4 books authored by Attorney General Palita Fernando were launched last evening at an event held at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute. The event was graced by a distinguished gathering including Mohanlal Guerrero, the Deputy Minister of Education. The way I see it, the process to expedite the hearing of criminal cases is successful. The Attorney General's Department has been able to expedite the process and conclude the hearing of many criminal cases. This is one such example. A High Court judge called me this morning. He told me to change the subject of the book to advice from the Attorney General's Department is being received and not that advice from the Attorney General's Department has not been received. I am pleased to come to work with the Attorney General's Department. Mohan, do not be angered if I say this here. You might not even believe it. He prefers to fly rather than travel by road. I believe that he is the only person in our cabinet with a pilot's license. Mohanlal Guerrero is the only person in the cabinet who can fly an aircraft. The Government Medical Officers Association convened a press conference in Colombo yesterday. Assistant Secretary of the GMOA, Dr. Nalinda Herath, expressed the following views. As you are aware, the office of the Government Medical Officers Association was closed down in July. A group of doctors were behind this. On the 21st of July, a case was filed in court by a group of private medical students seeking that they too be given permission to train at government hospitals. In one hand, this is an attempt to destabilize the GMOA. On the other hand, it appears to be the process to legalize private medical colleges. That is why we allege that multinational companies and other institutions are attempting to destabilize the Government Medical Officers Association. Our stance on private medical colleges has not changed. Private medical colleges cannot exist without the permission of the Medical Council. We believe that the Medical Council too will take the correct stance. Well, in sports news, Sri Lanka beat Chinese Taipei in the men's rugby sevens of the games with 24 Asian Games 24 points to 7. The points came courtesy of Danushka Ranjan, Shehan Patirana and Captain Fazil Marja. Let's now take a look at the other highlights of the Asian Games. Mujida Adekoya of Qatar broke a 20-year-old Asian Games record in the women's 400-meter hurdles round 1 of the first heat by clocking a time of 55.09 seconds. Adekoya broke the record of 55.26 seconds set by China's Suyan Leng in 1994. The preliminary round of men's rugby commenced today. Japan recorded a comprehensive 74-0 victory over Saudi Arabia. Hong Kong defeated Pakistan 72-0. Hong Kong beat Malaysia by 7 wickets to qualify into the semi-finals of the men's cricket competition of the Asian Games. Malaysia won the toss and elected to bat first, posting a total of 129 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Batting in reply, Hong Kong reached the target in 19.4 overs with 7 wickets remaining.
And over Malaysia by 7 wickets.
And that's today's edition of Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for joining us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shahin Drangpati.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.